All right, good morning, Barca fans. Thank you for tuning in and taking a ride with me this morning. We've got a match preview for our game coming up later today against Benfica. Make sure you are tuned in for that one. Subscribe to the channel to join the undefeated community. Later today, we're going to be doing a pre-match starting at 2:30, and then kickoff is at 3 o'clock. So if this is your first time on the channel, this is your invitation, like I said, to join the undefeated community. We do live watch-along parties for all the Barcelona matches. I give the commentary. You get to participate in the chat, get to hang out with friends, Cules from around the world. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about that match, do a little pregame, go over the lineup predictions. We'll talk about score predictions, all that and more right here on Wake Up and Barca. So let's go ahead and get this party started the right way, my friends.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuning in to the undefeated Mustache John.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Hustle. Sway, how we doing? Mini Death, good to see you. Good morning, Vipula. Welcome, friends. So, yes, indeed, we've got a match against Benfica tonight. So we got to get a couple of things squared away here. First of all, let me change the title on this stream here because we're doing Benfica versus FC Barcelona match preview. Will Ansu Fati start? Question mark. We'll save that. That is the question, my friends. Let's go ahead and get a tab open over here so we can catch up on news before we do lineup stuff. Quick check-in for all of you. How are you all doing? How's your week going? It is Wednesday, hump day. So we're halfway through. Weekend's right around the corner. We got a big match coming up this weekend, my friends. Oh my goodness. Listen, we're gonna talk about Benfica primarily. We're gonna go over lineups. We're gonna go over predictions. We'll go over the headlines. We got some folks returning from injury, thankfully. But I can't help but look ahead to the match against Atletico next weekend. This weekend. Jesus, find your words, John. This weekend, October 2nd. It's gonna be a big one. It's hopefully gonna be Ansu Fati's first La Liga start. And if we win, we keep pace with Real. We put a lot of pressure on Atletico. Get a little revenge against some of our Blaugranas brothers currently playing at Atletico. We'll take care of business. You know what I mean? Let me also open up. Running a little bit behind this morning, but that's okay. That is okay. Match preview 2021. I'm gonna say yes. Okay. Excuse my boogers. Vipula says, think Fati is due to start against Madrid. I hope so. According to what Ronald Koeman was saying in his press conference, I don't think Fati's going to be starting today against Benfica, which again, match today, 3 o'clock kickoff. We're going to be doing a pregame show starting at 2:30. So tune in at 2:30. We'll do a half-hour pregame show. Kickoff is at 3. We'll have a nice live watch-along while Barcelona hopefully houses Benfica. Apparently, we have not lost to Benfica since the first time that we played them in Champions League, and the last 4 matches have been shutouts. Nice little stats for you. Speaking of, maybe we start there. Well, no, let's do this. I'm a little scattered this morning, folks, but we're going to go Barcelona news first and foremost. Simon, hello. Good evening to you. Sean, what's up, buddy? How we doing? Who else jumped in here? Krispy Kreme Donut. Hello. Oh my gosh, that's right. Let's go over Champions League scores. Let's do that first before we do Barcelona news. Let's take a look at the Champions League headlines because there was some action, my friends. All right. First and foremost, can we just take a moment to celebrate? Let that sink in. I'm not always going to encourage people to bask in the misery, the sorrow, the failures of others. But when it's Real Madrid losing to Sheriff, boy, that's hard not to take a moment and just put a smile on my face. They tied it up in the 65th minute due to a penalty, and then in the 89th gave up another goal. So Real Madrid lose 2-1 to Sheriff. Let's go. What do you guys think about that? Mr. Hustle says, first of all, Coleman in. We'll get to that, I'm sure. Marcus, good morning, dude. How we doing? Thanks for tuning in. Steve's good morning. Steve comes in hot, says there's a new sheriff in town. You got to go there with the puns, right? How could you not? Other action. Atletico Madrid stole late 3 points against Milan. Another penalty. There was like 9 minutes of added time in that one. Where else? Ajax got an easy win. Dortmund, easy win. PSG took care of Man City. I was really hoping Pep Guardiola was going to come up big away against PSG, but it was too much. And if any of you watched the game, Messi did get his first goal for PSG. It was a beautiful goal. It was classic Messi. Breaks my heart to see him wearing that jersey. It really does. It really does. CM, what's up, dude? How we doing? Ernest is in the building. Hello, hello. Marcus says, I believe it's going to be really complicated to have comfortable win over Benfica. If we played like last time, we would definitely win, but you know Coleman logic and obsession over Roberto. So apparently Roberto was sick. I didn't realize Roberto was not feeling well, so he was not available in the last match. But he's going to be back. Pedri is also back. Jordi Alba is injured. Aguero is injured. Dembele is injured. I think everybody else is going to be there for us. Yeah, Messi's goal is outstanding. Got to admit. All right, let's jump into news. We're going to, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go over the news. Then we're going to jump over and do a match preview and prediction, including building out the potential starting 11. And then we'll wrap things up. And we will be back here live at 2:30 Eastern Daylight Time for the pregame show before we kick things off at 3 p.m. So lots going on the channel today, my friends. Taking a look at the news, Barcelona preparations begin for Benfica. Pedri, Jordi Alba back in training, although Jordi Alba not in the squad that was announced. FC Barcelona announced squad for Champions League Benfica. Let's go ahead and start there. If you're following me on social media, you see I put this out yesterday. But Ter Stegen, Neto, Peña, defenders Des, Piqué, Araujo, Lenglet, Mingueza, Umtiti, and Garcia. So we have all center backs and then Serginho Dest. Too funny. Balde and Jordi Alba both injured, unavailable. Midfielders Busquets, Puig, Demir, Coutinho, Pedri, Roberto, Frankie de Jong, Nico, and Gavi. And then our lone three forwards available, Memphis, Ansu, and de Jong. Ay, folks. We need to get some healthy players back at Barcelona. Here we go. Preview for Benfica versus Barcelona. There were some interesting stats. I took a look at this earlier this morning. We're going to be playing at the Stadium of Lights. We're going to be away for this one. Team news. Pedri, like I said, is back. Had a minor injury. He's back. Sergio Roberto apparently was ill. I missed that one. But Dembele, Goatweight, Sergio Aguero, and Jordi Alba not making the trip for this one. Or not in the squad, I should say. They'll make the trip. Here's the visual we were looking for. That is our squad list for today. No surprises, right? There's no surprise. It's hard to surprise. It's hard to surprise us because we have so few players actually available. It's like a guaranteed. Yep, this is what your squad's going to be. Yep, this is what your starting 11's going to be. We got an Aguero update, says Vipula. Let's open up another tab here. We can take a quick look at that. I think last I saw he was not coming back until end of October is the last I saw. Barcelona eyeing Valencia clash as Aguero's long-awaited debut. That would be fantastic. Barcelona news, Sergio Aguero expected debut. I'm assuming it's going to see the same thing. Barcelona Sergio Aguero is in line to potentially make his long-awaited debut for the club against Valencia after the October international break. Okay, so that's going to be end of October, I think. No, so international break is not this upcoming weekend, but next weekend, We play Valencia on the 17th. Not bad. Less than 3 weeks away. That would be fantastic. I would love... Guys. Ansu, Depay, Aguero, and Coutinho somehow figuring out a front four. Like maybe we go Depay, Ansu as forwards with Aguero as a striker. I don't know how all that fits now. Once Aguero comes back, it gets a little bit interesting in terms of lineups. Would Aguero just line up like like Lucas De Jong has been doing? Maybe that's what happens. So good news for Sergio Aguero. He'll be coming back in just a few weeks. We could definitely use him. However it works out, we can definitely use him. Little fun fact, Ronald Koeman used to manage Benfica back in 2005, 2006. Barcelona actually knocked them out of the Champions League, so that was good. Marcus says, I hope we can start with Gavi, De Jong, and Nico. I was thinking the same thing, and we'll go over, excuse me, ooh, Burp City. We'll go over their potential starting 11 here in just a minute, but I was thinking the same thing. I'm hoping eventually Busquets needs to get some rest. He's going to have to be rotated out. Simon says, got to jump off the chat, working from, thank you. Oh, working from home. I'm assuming he's saying thanks to COVID. All right, enjoy your day, sir. I appreciate you coming and hanging out with us. Simon's becoming a regular on the channel. Always good to see new friends, new faces. We are worldwide, international here on the channel. It's one of the things that I love about this community is that we've got people from countries that I never would have been able to connect with. I don't know if I'd ever have the opportunity to travel to all of these countries and meet folks. And even if I did, the chances of me actually meeting someone on the street and connecting in this way, very rare. So I've got true friends now that I can say from all over the world that are part of this undefeated community. So once again, if this is your first time watching, welcome to the undefeated community. I'm glad you found us. This is the #1 channel for Blaugranas. Catch up on all the Barcelona news and headlines every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here on Wake Up and Barca. Sway says Dembele too. Yeah, Dembele should be back, I think, end of October is what we're looking at. So within like 4 weeks of Aguero's return, I think we'll get Dembele back as well. Steve says, looking forward to the game tonight. It's first game back in the stadium, so he's buzzing. Oh, are you going to the game, Steve? Dude, that's awesome. Good for you. That's very exciting. All right. Are we ready? Are we ready for a lineup? Should we talk about it? Should we talk about the lineup? I think we should talk about the lineup. Let's do it, friends. All right. First things first. You know what we do. We got to gray out the folks that are injured. So Aguero unavailable. Goatweight is unavailable. Dembele is unavailable. Praise be, not graying out Fati. Fati is available. Pedri's back. Puig is good. Roberto's good. Jordi Alba is injured. Am I missing anybody else? Balde is injured. Collado is not in the lineup. I gave him a card, and I don't think he's going to actually make it onto the pitch for Barcelona. We'll see. We'll see, though. We'll take those folks down, gray them out because they are unavailable. So here's how we do it, folks. We're going to build this starting lineup. And what I like to do is I always go to the chat first and I ask, who is your #1 pick? If you are going to build your starting 11 around one player, who is it and where are you playing them? Let me know in the chat. Who's that first player when you're building your lineup that you go to? You say, this person is definitely in my starting 11. I'm building around this person. Who we got? Ernest says it's Pedri. Could be Pedri. I'm kind of curious what we're going to do in the midfield. We do actually have some options now that Pedri has returned. Nico and Gavi have stepped up and proven themselves. They've shown that they are a viable option. So we've got Pedri, we've got De Jong, we got Busquets, we got Gavi, we got Nico, we got Coutinho, all available in the midfield. Don't forget about Ricky Puig. Ronald Koeman has, but we haven't. So who else? We got Vipula says De Jong going CDM, the center defensive mid. I see where you're going with that, Vipula. I think a lot of Barcelona fans are thinking the same thing for the midfield, which is De Jong, Pedri, Gavi. I'd be pretty excited about it, to be honest. We got a, speaking of, I thought that said Gavi. Garcia. Marcus says Garcia. Hello. Good morning, says Gavi. I think he earned it after that match against Levante, to be honest. High pressure, did well defensively to keep the ball in the attacking half when Barcelona lost it. That really just amplified the pressure against Levante and led to some goals. It was good stuff. Marcus says we need Araujo and Garcia. I think PK might get the start for this one. I'm not sure. Nobody's saying Memphis. Are we cooling off on Memphis right now? I know he missed a couple of opportunities in the last couple of matches, but he did score a penalty that he drew himself. Only Juan, good morning, sir. Good to see you. I think you guys know who my number one draft pick. Mr. Hustle says Lord Langley. Hey, let's be respectful, okay? He is not necessarily in a position where we need to ironically start calling him Lord Langley. Let's have some respect. Vipula says Memphis left wing. All right. My number one draft pick. I'm going to take a gamble here. I'm going to put Frankie de Jong at center mid. All right? That's going to change things up in the midfield. What we are all hoping for, in my opinion, based off of things I've seen from this community, is for this. I think we all want to see a Frankie de Jong, Pedri, Gavi midfield. I think that's what we're looking for. That's young, that's exciting, that's ball control, that's high pressure defense, that's Frankie de Jong with the pace to get sideline to sideline to shut down those counterattacks. That's a dangerous midfield, my friends. I'm pretty excited about Gavi. I did not watch him a lot at Barcelona B. I was aware of all the rumors, all the things that other players were saying about him, but I had not really witnessed it myself up until that match against Levante. Yes, it's one match. I get it. But he looked good. He looked real good. So I'll pause there. What do you think about that midfield for starting? And let me also just say, well, we got a new subscriber. Welcome to the community. I missed who it was, but if you want to let me know who in the chat who just subscribed, welcome to the undefeated community, my friend. So like I was saying, let me know what you think about this midfield. I'm not sure if this is going to be the match that Ronald Koeman actually rotates Busquets. It could be that he wants to give Pedri a little bit more time to recover so he doesn't start, and we actually see the Young there and Busquets there. This is also a possibility. If Pedri isn't quite ready for 90 minutes, then this is probably going to be the midfield that we see, I would assume. The third option, he could, of course, go back to what he was going with before some of these injuries and red cards and go with that. If Ronald Koeman wants to disappoint us, this is what he would go with. I don't want him to go with this. This is the more experienced, the more defensive side of things. So I don't know. Is Ronald Koeman going to go more attacking, more youth, or more experience, more defense? What do you guys think? R says it's perfect, but Boosie knows how to perform under pressure. That's a fair point. Says I prefer Gavi over De Jong as De Jong slows midfield down. Are you insane? I was with you and then I totally lost you. I've never heard anyone ever describe Frankie De Jong as slowing down the midfield. I'm shocked and I'm taken back by that comment. I'm going to ask you to clarify what you mean by Frankie De Jong slowing down the midfield. Hustle says Pedri's going to start on the bench. Marcus says I would play Puig with Memphis and Luke De Jong. Puig will be the attacking midfielder. Potentially, what we did see against Levante is whoever was playing on the right-hand side, be it Coutinho or Demir, actually slid in and played more as an attacking mid. Referees in the house. Hello. Vipula says, please do not use De Jong's FIFA pace as a measure in real life. I haven't played FIFA in a long time, so I don't know what De Jong's pace is, but De Jong is one of the fastest players in Europe, so you're insane if you're going to sit here and tell me that he slows down the midfield. Coutinho could get a start. Yes, Here's the thing. I think this is probably the realistic midfield. I don't want it to be. I'm. You know what? Screw it. We're gonna go with the midfield that I would like to see. How about that? Which is De Jong, which is Pedri, which is Gavi. This is what I would like to see. All right. Let's build out our defense. Our one and only wingback available right now, Serginho Dest, who has been playing lights out football, attacking and defending, my friends. You cannot stop him with the ball at his feet, and you cannot get around him with the ball at your feet. You know him, you love him, the young American, Serginho Dest. Let's go, friends. Very excited for this young gentleman's future. On the right side, I think we stick with Mingueza. Third option is always Roberto, but Mingueza has been playing phenomenal. His through balls, guys, Mingueza's through balls are Xavi-esque. Beautiful, beautiful. Splitting 2-3 lines of the defense sometimes against Levante. It was gorgeous. This is where I'll turn to the chat. Center back pairing. Who we going with today? We got all of them available. We got Lenglet, Umtiti, Araujo, Piqué, Garcia. Out of those 5, which 2 get the start today? Vipula says, realistically, De Jong is probably as fast as Dembele. He's one of the fastest players in Europe. Referee says it's time for De Jong to play in Boussy's place. If not against Benfica, then who? I agree. I think we need some rotation because we got a midweek match. Busquets has been starting like every match. I don't think he's gotten a break yet. So I think it would be good to get a little rotation going there. My hesitation is that Pedri is coming back from a little injury, and maybe he doesn't play 90 minutes, and therefore he doesn't start. But this is what I'm going for. Optimistically, this is what I would love to see. Vipula calling for Araujo Garcia. Cuss BB. Cuss BB. I'll just call you BB. BB says, what about diamond midfield? I'm going to put it up as a 4-3-3, but I'll show you what will actually happen in the buildup of play. That's what we'll do. I think, listen, if Busquets is not going to be in that defensive mid role, I think it's almost a guarantee that we do see Piqué. And I think the other one that we see is Garcia. Garcia seems to really be stepping in as one of the lock-ins for the center back pairings. We're all big fans of Araujo, and I think that is the future. I think Araujo, Mingueza, Garcia, those are 3 center backs for the future. But right now, we still got Piqué. And if we are going to go with a younger midfield with Pedri and Garcia, then we're going to need some leadership. And that can come in the back line with Piqué and, of course, Ter Stegen in that back line there between the posts. Behind the back line. Front 3, well, no surprises here. You know it's going to be Memphis on the left-hand side. You know it's going to be Luke de Jong in the center there. And the question is, who gets the start on the right? Is it Demir? Is it Coutinho? Is it Ricky Puig? Who you putting out there? And then depending on who it is, that'll dictate how we actually play. And I'll move some stuff around here so you guys can see what I mean by how the formation will change as we build up. BB saying Piqué, Araujo. Marcus says it's unfair to say De Jong is slowing the game because he's not box-to-box player. He's a CDM. That's where he can show his full potential. I'll disagree with you as well. He is box-to-box. If you see him play for Barcelona right now, he is literally finding his way in the defensive box and the attacking box. He may not be finishing all those chances, but he's up there if you pay attention. Vipula shouting for Coutinho as a center attacking mid. Mr. Hustle says, Ricky Puig, no way. It's impossible. I agree with you. He's not going to get the start. De Jong, Depay as striker. Oh, Coutinho's Cam, De Jong, Depay as strikers. Yep. Marcus says Fati will play the last 20 minutes of the game. I'm hoping he gets more than that. We'll see how the match actually plays out, though. That could definitely dictate things. Tanish asked the same question. How many minutes is Fati going to play? I'd love to see him get 30. He got about, 15-ish minutes in the last match. I think we see what we saw against Benfica, and Coutinho sneaks in here. Now, on paper, this is what the lineup will look like in terms of the formation. But when we get the ball, Coutinho's going to drop in. De Jong's going to go forward. Memphis is going to drift out a little bit. Pedri pushes forward. Gavi pushes forward. And then we get Dest and Mingueza blasting up those wings. That's what it'll look like a little bit more. So this is probably what our lineup will end up looking like when we actually have the ball. Like I said, that midfield, if it happens, Busquets might slide in, Roberto might slide in. That might be the one. But I do think De Jong and Gavi get the start today. I think Gavi's performance against Levante gets him that, earns him that starting spot. I think De Jong, having been rested because of the red card over the weekend, that's what I'm thinking, folks. What are your thoughts? Let me know. While you guys are giving me thoughts on the lineup, I'll go ahead and say prediction-wise, I'm going Barcelona 3-0 on this one. I'm feeling confident about our defense. We had a clean sheet against Cadiz. We had a clean sheet against Levante. And I think we get a third clean sheet in a row against Benfica, even though we're away. I think clean sheet. I think goal from Memphis, goal from Coutinho, and a goal from Dest. That's what I'm saying. Straight down the line there. Memphis, Coutinho, and Dest all scoring from the left-hand side. That's my prediction. 3-0 Barcelona. Memphis, Coutinho, Dest, all getting goals. That's what I'm thinking. Let me know what you think about the lineup. Let me know what you think of my score prediction. And then make sure you come back, tune in to the Undefeated channel today, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Convert that for your time zone. We are worldwide here on the channel, so I give it to you in my time zone. It's up to you to figure it out. So 2:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. We will be going live with a match preview. We'll go over the official lineup once it's released. We'll reiterate predictions. I'll get predictions from all of you. And then the match kicks off about 3 p.m. We will be doing live commentary. I'll have the scoreboard, the clock. We'll have the conversation going. That's the big part, folks. This channel is really all about building a community of Cules from around the world that get to come and hang out with each other on Wake Up and Barca that we do every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We catch up on the news. We catch up on the headlines. We catch up with each other. It's a good little check-in. Make sure we're all doing well in this crazy world. And then for every Barcelona match, we are live, match commentary, chat, hanging out. Like I said, that's what this channel is all about. So if this is your first time here, welcome. I'm glad you found us. Thank you for tuning in. I will invite you to the Undefeated community. All you got to do is subscribe, turn on those notifications, and then tune in. Come hang out with us, folks. I hope to see you later today at 2:30 for the pregame. If not then, I'll see you at 3 p.m. for the kickoff. All right? Make sure you come back and hang out. That's going to do it for today. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming and starting your morning with me. It is it's just a good start to the day. This is a great way to begin my day. I really do love it. I appreciate you all very, very much. I'll catch up with you later on. Thanks for tuning in and taking a ride, my friends. I'll see you later. Mwah.